This is a massive warning for all Bitcoin and crypto traders out there, guys. We are seeing this chart actually coming into a level which might be very bearish for the regular financial markets, but also for crypto. In today's video, I'm going to explain to you exactly where I think money will flow, what I think is the right strategy to use, but it's very important that you listen very carefully to what I say and that you don't draw any conclusions from one single sentence. So every sentence, every chart that is shared in today's video is going to be from tremendous importance if you really want to know what is going to happen with the markets most likely. Okay, guys, let's jump straight into it. Of course, before we are zooming in on all of these charts, make sure to scroll below this video, hit the thumbs up button. Guys, I want to give you all a compliment because on the past videos, we always check the ratio of the likes, and we had a 20% ratio, which means that 20% of the views dropped a like down below, and YouTube really loves that. So thank you guys so much for that. This really shows me that we have a very nice community over here. Okay, let's start with this chart. Guys, this is the volatility index on the S&P 500, and we are entering kind of a support zone right here, the red zone. As you can see, we have seen it here as well. Here it has been acting as resistance, here also as resistance. And while coming into the support zone, we do see that we have a higher high on the relative strength index, also a buy signal on Orion's belt. So this shows us already, okay, most likely this chart is going to bounce, coming into support with these divergences. But what does a bounce mean? Well, a bounce of this chart means volatility in the Bitcoin, basically volatility in the S&P 500. Then, when we have a look at the S&P 500, it looks like we could see a correction right here. Definitely, guys, because relative strength index is coming up. We're actually quite high. If we have a look at the candles right here, it's not looking too strong, although we did trade back into this rising channel. I think that is actually looking quite okay, but it looks like we could break down from this channel any moment, and the momentum indicators can confirm that with a lot of potential bearish momentum coming into the S&P 500. So we might be not there yet, but the phrase sell-in may go away for the regular financial markets seems to be valid. And like I said, we did it last time as well. If you start in May, this was also start of May, we go down. Start of May, we go down. Let me do auto. Start of May, we go down. Start of May, we go down. Do we have more in the past? No, okay. But you get my point, right? Sell-in may go away is actually a famous phrase, and it looks like this year it will be the same. But what does that mean for Bitcoin? Well, for that I want to go to the next chart. That is the Bitcoin dominance. And the Bitcoin dominance, I actually thought we get a rejection at the resistance. It is coming down. It is also coming down. But look how small this actually is coming down and how big the relative strength index is coming down. So this looks to me, guys, that we are consolidating around resistance and that we might even see a breakout to the upside. But what will happen when we see a breakout to the upside? It either means Bitcoin is going to dump or Bitcoin is going to pump. One of the two, right? But with the fixed volatility index in S&P 500, I can already tell you the guess that I'm thinking is going to happen. Also looking at the different charts based on time, the stablecoin dominance chart and the other Bitcoin charts, I will show you in a second. So what we got right now, we got the phrase sell-in may go away. We have that confirmation with the fix. It looks like the S&P 500 will follow suit. Bitcoin dominance is showing that we might see a big move to the upside, which comes along with a Bitcoin pump or dump. Then I want to bring you to the Bitcoin charts. And let's start with the funding rates on whaleportal. So what we can see, the funding rates are still coming down right here. The average funding fee is still coming down, right? So it means that the balance is not completely there yet, because we want to see at the top, we want to see like a lot of people longing Bitcoin. That's not yet the case. However, based on time, and let me go to that time frame. Based on time, we're actually very close to a top. Yesterday I got a question from someone asking me, what are these two red arrows doing over there? Well, let me explain to you. The first red arrow, that is the middle of the 60-day cycle, right? We got a low, 60 days later we got another low. So the middle of the cycle is the first red arrow. Then you have the possibility to get a left translated cycle or a right translated cycle. Well, in this case, because of the bullishness, we were expecting a right translated cycle, which means that the low comes in the second half of that 60-day cycle. But it is, that high, I'm sorry guys. So it is possible that this eventually was the high and that Bitcoin is going to come down. Like I also said in my previous videos, it is not really worth it to long Bitcoin with leverage at these levels. Why? Because we are already so close to a top. It's better than to have discipline, to wait whatever we're going to do. Maybe we're going to turn around, maybe we're going to do like this, but it's better to make a long position at the new low, which we are going to do, by the way, over on WhaleAlerts. So that long position that is coming up very soon will be shared over on WhaleAlerts. So make sure, if you are not a part of that yet, to be part of that. But basically the scenarios of Bitcoin are either going to be, are we going to get one last pump into this red box and then see a dump maybe to 25,000 US dollars, or we are forming that top right now and coming down to 25,000 US dollars. Like, so this is, for me personally, this is not really worth, because you don't really know where that top will be. That top will be very quick, because most likely it will be kind of like a short-term blow of top. So yeah guys, I think it's better to wait for the next low to occur and then try to check for new long positions, as I still think Bitcoin is looking extremely bullish. And if you are hodling Bitcoin, it doesn't matter, right? You just have to hold through these volatile phases. Then when we have a look at other Bitcoin charts, here we can see that we are at resistance, right? Also would make sense for Bitcoin to get rejected from that resistance. Here we can see that we actually got a bounce from the middle of the channel, but got rejected at the top of the channel again, right now coming down. So this also looks like not too bullish. And this one is actually looking quite bullish, and this is the stablecoin dominance, and this is a little bit confusing from time to time, as we're right now dancing a little bit between support and resistance. So this is also a bit confusing. Let me tell you exactly why. So we have a support level right here, coming in right here, and we have a support level roughly right here. But we are trading in between. So what we can do right now is, for example, we come up, test this level as resistance, and then come still down, maybe a fake out right there to that support, and then go up again. And then afterwards we are seeing that Bitcoin dump. But maybe because we already seen these signs of divergences over on the relative strength index, maybe we are going to bounce right now. This purple line, this purple dot, actually shows that it most likely will make another drop. So that's what I'm trying to say, guys. The story that I basically want to tell in today's video is that most likely money will not flow into alts. Most likely Bitcoin will dump very soon. We are going to see a correction. The only thing that is unsure, that it might be not directly right now, it might be in a couple of days from now, or it might be happening today. That is the only thing that is basically unsure, but it's quite sure that Bitcoin is going to see a dump into that low. The big question is, are we going to see a rally, one last push before that, or are we just rolling over right here and going into that low? Right now, I gotta say, the signals for this are not too clear because the stablecoin dominance is still dancing in between. I would say regularly, it would make more sense for this to come down, so Bitcoin to have another push to the upside. If this chart will reclaim this level, then okay, I might change my stance on that. The funding rates are coming down. Even funding rates are becoming negative, guys. So that also tells me that most likely Bitcoin won't dump as of now. Although it is possible, but if we are seeing that with negative funding rates, we might have bigger problems to worry about. But this is just basically what I'm seeing. But we can see it in the S&P 500, the VIX, the Bitcoin dominance. For sure, a big move is coming. I think that move is to the downside. The only unclear question, guys, is going to be, like I said earlier, whether we are going to see one last pump into resistance, into this red box, and then dump, or whether we are just going to roll over from the levels we are trading right now. I would favor, guys, I'm not going to say that I have all the answers, but I would favor this scenario that Bitcoin has just one last rally right here, so that we maybe have like A, B, C correction into this support, get a quick bounce, one last rally into this red box, top out, and from there see a correction. And then with that last rally, a lot of people turning bullish and funding rates turning positive, and people just thinking like, oh, Bitcoin will not correct anytime soon anymore. That is the sentiment that we want, because right now I feel it's already a lot of people expecting too bearish. But like I said, both scenarios are possible, but in both cases we are going to see that correction. I'm pretty confident of that, because it's not one indicator saying that. A lot of things are telling me that, including time, which is the most important factor, which is something that we are using right here on the channel, which almost no one else is using, which gives us the advantage against other traders, similar as to using derivatives exchange data. Guys, this is really, really freaking important. Okay? Yeah, that was it for today's video. If you want to trade Bitcoin, you want to get extra information, you want to get information about that long position that we are going to do in the next cycle low, make sure to join WhaleAlerts, guys. WhaleAlerts, you can just join for free. You only have to join bybit or bitget with the affiliate link down below. So on bybit, which basically is the best exchange out there because it has the most liquidity, but yeah, it's always nice to have multiple exchanges, right? So I think the second best exchange out there is bitget. I don't have a link from bitget below this video, but we do have a link to bitget on the whaleportal website. You just go to whaleportal.com, you click on exchanges, you go to bitget right here, and then you can click right here on visit bitget. That will bring you to the bitget website, and there you can sign up, and then you can submit your user ID right here at WhaleAlerts with your email address and Telegram handle. Make sure your Telegram settings are not too private, that you are able to be added into a Telegram channel. But yeah, guys, that's just basically it. Thank you all for watching. I wish every single one of you a beautiful day today. If you haven't done so already, leave that thumbs up. If you are new, make sure to subscribe. And I hope to see every single one of you in the next video.